Hello, everybody. So I wanted to make a little video to close us off. Um, so first of all, it's important that if you started this, whether you were there live or were just kind of lingering and watching the recordings when you had time, it's really, really important that you finish these recordings because they all carry a frequency and not finishing them all leaves the energy incomplete. So you're going to want to do that as soon as possible because the longer you wait to watch the closing call, the more you leave the energy open. And it's not like anything terrible is going to happen, but it can, like, it just stops the flow that we started creating when when you committed to this, when you said yes to joining. So you really do want to complete it. You can like have some pausing with like financial flow if you don't complete it. I've seen it happen. So just be aware of that. Finish the recordings. The last recording was the last call that we had, call 6, was pretty intense energetically. So it was the smallest live call. And several people just forgot that it was even happening. And when people tell me that, it's because the energy is really intense. So it was an intense energy, but I promise you, you can handle it. Just go into it. Um, so the other thing about building energy, building momentum, um, you have seen and not seen all kinds of things happening through Receive. Like you may have seen some of the shares in the group. I got a lot of shares privately about absolute like huge miracles happening, people getting like inheritances, like people getting their mortgages caught up and like big opportunities coming, and then like cute little gifts, like duplicates of things, and then like just extra money coming from like clients, new clients coming in, or just like money coming from the sky. If that hasn't happened for you yet, don't lose faith because like, the biggest thing that, how do I say this? The best way to call things in is to stay with the energy because I've seen several times people will um, build momentum, and then they'll like see something really, really big on the horizon, and it'll like jar their nervous system, so they'll like fall off, um, and then they sabotage what they've been calling in. So we are so powerful that we can create miracles, and we can also stop them in their tracks. So be aware of that. Stay in this energy. Stay in trust. Um, and there's an exercise that I wanted to just add in as a bonus. It's something that I've been doing lately. Think about a number like 20K, 100K, a million if you're there. It doesn't feel like many of us are there. I'm not even at a million yet. But if you have a big number in your bank account, how would you behave? What would you do? What would you buy for yourself? What would you not do? So people that work for themselves, or even people that don't, would you be taking that client? Would you be offering that event? If you had all of the money that you needed for the next like several months or years, like if you were set for a bit, would you do that thing? If it's a no, then you need to not do it and you need to trust. Because part of this work and receive is learning that your pleasure will get you everything that you want. You do not have to suffer. You do not have to sacrifice. You do not have to work really, really hard to get it. You can just let it fall out of the fucking sky. And you can reaffirm to your body that what feels the best to you, what feels really good, will naturally attract tons of money. Like if you watch interviews or read articles about people that like got famous and made a ton of money, like, or if they made a podcast and like then it got a ton of viewers and then they got a whole bunch of ad deals and now they're really wealthy and they're like set. They didn't do it because they were feeling like they should. They didn't do a lot out of obligation. They did it because they were having a lot of fun, and making money was just a byproduct of that. So I don't know about you. There's a lot of different ways to make money, but if I'm making money doing something that doesn't feel good to me, then I don't even want it. my pleasure and my joy and my enjoyment of my life is far more important to me than anything else. Like, I am not living a life where I'm making money doing things that I don't feel like doing. And that's working. It's working really well. The more I give myself permission to do what I want to do and not do what I don't want to do, the more money that I make. And you can decide that rule for yourself. Let me see. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I'm going to be closing out the group on Thursday, the 28th in the evening. So you'll feel like a gradual closing of the energy. You will have the recordings forever, the full experience of Receive, the full list. So use this playlist, use the whole playlist as much as you want to. Anytime you need a boost, anytime you're starting to lose faith, every time you get a little shaky, just come back. These are practices that you can come back to at any time, and you can change them and morph them to fit you. And you can, like, some of the stickier, more painful, energetic points, come back to them when you have the capacity and go a little deeper and see how it gets a little bit easier and how you can stay with it a little more. Like, I know there's several people that got knocked unconscious for several of the calls, if not all of them, because some of them went really, really deep. I mean, they all went deep, but like some of them went really deep, like deeper than normal. So just come back to them as you need them. Like, these can be your support system for creating the life that you want. You have everything. You've got it all right there. And final thing, if you want to continue this energetic cycle, Mortem, there's a big break. Mortem isn't starting until November 1st, but it's limited people. I cap it at 9, including myself. There's already a couple people in it, so there's, I think, like 5 or 6 spots left. I can't remember. But it's on early bird right now for $3,333, and it will go up mid-September. So if you want to be a part of Mortem and continue this, like, Soften is the birth, Receive is sex, and Mortem is death. And we need the birth, the sex, the death. That is the cycle of life. So if you want to continue this cycle, send me a message, or I'll just leave the link to join if you already know. If you're in here, you're a badass, and I want you in Mortem. I love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of this, whether you were a lurker or you were there for every call, or if you were kind of like in between, you were felt and you made a brave choice coming in. My work is not for the faint-hearted. It's not light and fluffy. It's deep shit. So congratulate yourself, celebrate yourself. You did it. You made it through the summer of Receive. We're going into eclipse season. So I'll be, I think, doing an eclipse event too. So stay tuned.